Why is it string.join list instead of list.join string? This has always confused me. It seems like this would be nicer than this. Is there a specific reason it is like this?
It's because any iterable can be joined, e.g., list, tuple, dict, set, but its contents in the joiner must be strings. For example, using something other than strings will raise the following error. Type error, sequence item 0, expected str instance and found.
This was discussed in the string methods. Finally thread in the Python dev archive, and was accepted by Guido. This thread began in June 1999, and str.join was included in Python 1.6, which was released in Sep 2000, and supported Unicode. Python 2.0, supported str methods including join, was released in October 2000. There were 4 options proposed in this thread. str.join sec, sec.join str, sec.reduce str, join as a built-in function. Guido wanted to support not only lists and tuples, but all sequences / iterables. Sec.reduce str is difficult for newcomers. Sec.join str introduces unexpected dependency from sequences to str / Unicode. Join is a freestanding built-in function with support only specific data types, so using a built-in namespace is not good. If join were to support many data types, creating an optimized implementation would be difficult. If implemented using the _@ method, then it would be O(n)². The separator string, sep, should not be omitted. Explicit is better than implicit. Here are some additional thoughts, my own, and my friends. Unicode support was coming, but it was not final. At that time UTF-8 was the most likely about to replace UX2/4. To calculate total buffer length for UTF-8 strings, the method needs to know the character encoding. At that time, Python had already decided on a common sequence interface rule where a user could create a sequence like iterable class, but Python didn't support extending built-in types until 2.2. At that time it was difficult to provide basic iterable class, which is mentioned in another comment. Guido's decision is recorded in a historical mail, deciding on str.join sec. Funny, but it just seemed right. Very, go for it. Guido van Rossum.
Because the join method is in the string class instead of the list class. See this URL. Historical note. When I first learned Python, I expected join to be a method of the list, which would take the delimiter as an argument. Lots of people feel the same way, and to read the story behind the join method. Prior to Python 1.6, strings didn't have all these useful methods. There was a separate string module which contained all the string functions. Each function took a string as its first argument. The functions were deemed important enough to put onto the strings themselves, which made sense for functions like lower, upper, and split. But many hardcore Python programmers objected to the new join method, arguing that it should be a method of the list instead, or that it shouldn't move at all but simply stay a part of the old string module, which still has lots of useful stuff in it. I used the new join method exclusively, but you will see code written either way, and if it really bothers you, you can use the old string.join function instead. Mark Pilgrim, dive into Python.
I agree that it's counterintuitive at first, but there's a good reason. Join can't be a method of a list because it must work for different iterables too, tuples, generators, etc. It must have different behavior between different types of strings. There are actually two join methods, Python 3.0. If join was a method of a list, then it would have to inspect its arguments to decide which one of them to call. And you can't join byte and str together, so the way they have it now makes sense.
이분 뭐한테 45, 페이지 4시가 소스타일임.